Okay, hey guys. So it's been a long time since I made a video, and that's because I've made videos, just haven't put them out, and it's because a lot of things have happened, and then I just didn't like how I said it, and yeah. So anyway, we're back in my shed actually right now. This is acting as my workshop for the winter because it is snowy outside. So instead of filling up my dad's garage, I'm working in the shed here. So I cleared out a little area, and now we got a little workshop. As you can see, we got the frame welded up yesterday. I was at my uncle's house like all day, and that's the front end, and then that's the back end, and I didn't get it all done. This is just parts for the seat, because you can see there's supposed to be a seat right there, and there's not. So I don't have the seat welded, but everything else is on there, which is actually more than I thought we would get done. I got my spindles and everything set up, with a little bit of caster and a little bit of camber. It's actually unnoticeable on camera. I mean, it looks... Actually, you can... Well, not really. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. Anyway, yeah, I got that set up. I just got these tightened down. And so now I've got my front wheels. This will be the suspension of it. Just needs a spring in there, which I'm going to buy soon. I need to weld on the seat, and then this attaches to this, which is the back of the seat actually. So that's, as you can see, that's my back suspension. And yeah, it's transaxle, everything like that. That was a bitch to get on there. That was a good pounding. But yeah, finally got it on, and I don't think it's ever coming off again, because I mean, it might, but I don't want to. I definitely do not want to take that off again, because that is like I said, it's a bitch to take off. So, take off and put back on. So, what I'm gonna do, yesterday we, I don't know if you can see, yeah you can, this piece is just tacked on there. That's because we weren't really sure the exact placement of the engine yet, so we didn't know if this was going to be in the right spot. So we just tacked it in place, and I'm going to fit my engine on there right now and see if it's in the right spot. Hopefully it is, because I didn't have the engine with me, and I should have, because now I have no idea if that's going to fit where it's supposed to. So, yeah, we're gonna do that now. Okay, so I have the engine sitting on here now, and I've kind of lined up by eye that shaft and that shaft. Another reason I don't have like drill holes in there yet is because I don't exactly know how long the belt is, and I don't know how big the pulleys are. Well, I actually do know that. That's going to be 3 inches and 2 inches, because the transaxle is so geared down that I actually need a bigger gear on the engine than I do on the transaxle in order for it to go. Otherwise it's like extremely slow, and I don't want that. So as you can see, that lines up and that lines up, so thank God, because that's full welded. But as I expected, that is not lining up, and I could just drill that still. But the problem is that the flat side of the angle iron is on that side, and I think I would hit the flat angle iron, and I wouldn't get a good a decent drill on it. So I'm gonna have to bust those welds off and move it back. But yeah, that's how at least you can kind of see how the engine will look on the back end. You won't be able to actually see it like that, but when it's actually on the Go Kart, it'll look kind of like that. So yeah, I initially was planning on mounting the transaxle on top of the frame, because as you can kind of see, it kind of looks weird, how this is so high and that's like so low. So I thought it kind of looks weird, so I was like, yeah, I'll mount it. I'll mount it this way, and I was like, and then I realized that that's just a waste. Like there's no point. Because I might as well weld it down there so that way I have more clearance from the ground to the frame. So yeah, I welded it underneath, and I like it. The one problem that I see that might happen, I don't know, is that shifter. I'm gonna have to rotate it because right now it's sticking lower than the bottom of the transmission. If you can kind of, yeah, I don't think you can see that. Well, you kind of can, but it's sticking lower than the transmission, and I don't want to hit a bump or something and then break that off or bend it or anything like that. So I think I'm gonna rotate that. And then the other thing is just figuring out where all the mounts go and things, and how I'm gonna get the brake and the shifter hooked up. I have to figure that out. But other than that, that's pretty much it for today. I don't really have anything to work on. I need to weld up some things, but I don't have a welder, so I can't just be like, oh yeah, I'll just break that off and move it back and weld it back on. I can't do that because I don't have a welder. And any fabrication of anything really would have to require a welder. Also, I kind of want to drill the holes for the engine, but I can't do that because I don't know the pulley size and the belt size, so I don't know exactly where the engine's going to sit. Yeah, but I also am glad that I have extra iron on that side, because that means I can kind of elongate those holes or re-drill them, as the belt loosens, because the belt will loosen, I know that. So as the belt loosens, I can move the engine this way, which is good. Other than that, at the same time, like I was saying before, how that would be like higher, and how I decided to weld it underneath. At the same time, I'm glad I did do it lower, because that gives me, from up here all the way down there, which is a good like 6 inches or so, to actually create the mounts and everything like that for the brake and the shifter arm. So yeah. Also, this exhaust, which is kind of like right in your guys' face, I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. I think I'm going to actually flip it over so it's more like this way, and then I'm just going to put a straight pipe over this, and then weld it on this original weld mark, and just make the pipe slightly bigger, and then just have it going straight out to about like there or so. Because this, I ran it before. I don't remember if I ran it on camera. I don't think I did. But yeah, I should do that. As of right now, I'm out of gas, like completely dry, as you can see. It wasn't out of gas when I finished running it, but it evaporated. Anyway, or just flowed into the engine. I'm not really sure. Yeah, so now I have room for that. I need to figure out where the exhaust goes, everything like that. But I think I'm going to do the exhaust one of the last things I do, because I don't want the exhaust getting in the way of the shifter and the brake. So we'll figure that out. And yeah, that's pretty much it, actually. Now I'm just going to show you this. I kind of already did. I showed you the suspension system on it, and that's that. I still need to weld the little arms off of the spindle to connect to the tie rods. I need to weld the steering up. I need to weld the tie rods, the steering shaft mounts that come this way. So yeah, there's still quite a bit to do. Also the shock mounts, which I was actually working on before, is a lot of math, because this is like, I don't know, like 9.5 inches away from the front of this. But the top of the seat is up here at 1.5 feet, or at a 1.5 feet. So I can't weld the shocks to the back of the seat, because I was planning on going from there to the top of the seat, but I can't do that because it's just not going to work. So instead, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to weld it to the front of this and then to that. I don't think that's actually 9.5 inches. I calculated it to be 9.5 inches. Maybe I did something wrong. Here, let me check. And this actually has to move back slightly, about a 1/2 inch or 1 inch or so. Yeah, I definitely measured that wrong. It's like 8-ish. Well, it's actually, right now it's sitting at about 7.5 inches. And it has to move back about 1 inch because it's, right now the engine mount is about here, and it's way over here on this one. So I want to move this one back about a 1/2 inch, so it's right in the middle. And then this one, I need to move this back, so this moves forward about a 1/2 inch. So that's, it's about 1 inch. Actually, I don't know what I'm saying about, what I'm talking about. So I think it'll come out to be about maybe if I mount, I think I'm going to mount the shocks right about where that one is. So I'm going to burn 1 inch. And right about where this, like, 7.5 is. So it's like 6.5 inches, maybe. I'm going to move it back a 1/2 inch, though, so maybe like 7 inches. I'm thinking it's probably going to be about, from this mount to this mount is 7 inches. 7 inches. So that's actually a lot shorter than what I thought it was going to be. Maybe I can get something different, or figure out something different in order to make that work. I don't know. I'll see. Also, I didn't account in the plans that from here, from the top of this to the top, or to where the shock would be mounted, is not the full 1.5 feet, because it's a 1.5 inch up, and this can be like a 1/2 inch down, and everything like that. So yeah, I gotta do some calculations and figure out exactly how all that's gonna work. But yeah, we're on our way. We finally got that welded. Not completely. I'm asking for a welder for Christmas because, my God, I need it. There's so much stuff on here that still needs to be welded, and my dad's like, my dad keeps saying, he's like, oh yeah, well maybe you can just take it up for another Saturday or something, and then we'll have it done. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, there's so many tiny little things that need to be welded. I'm not gonna get it done in one day, and it's just not gonna happen. So anyway, yeah. So that's my plans so far. I forgot about it, but I was going to put some tack welds on the inside of that hub, because this wheel, I think it's this side, yeah, this side, whoops, doesn't stay on the outside of the wheel, so it'll like come into the axle, and it'll actually like rub on this if it comes in too far. This one doesn't. This one's like solid, that doesn't move, but this one does. So yeah, I need to I need to put some tack welds on there, and then some tack welds on this side just to be safe. I think I'm gonna only do like 2 or 3. Actually, I think I'm gonna do 3, like, you know, on each side, and that way in the future, if we wanna change the wheels out to a bigger size or whatever, we can easily do that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I'll see you later, guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Please rate, comment, subscribe, everything like that. Stay tuned for more, because there'll definitely be more videos on this. Sorry I haven't gotten to you in a while, but I think this one will definitely go on YouTube. I don't know, but yeah. Alright, I'll see you later.